Welcome to Pacific Coast Learning Center. We are anticipating a fantastic year of classes and resources for our homeschooling community. This is PCLC's 8th year of service, and there are some changes we have made this year in order to continue to provide the most organized, safe, and enjoyable homeschooling resource center available. This video is intended to give our parents and students an overview of how our campus will operate this school year and to ensure you are informed and set up for success from the very beginning. So even if you've been with us for years, there are new policies and procedures that will be covered in this orientation video, so please watch the whole thing. It's important to understand PCLC is not a school. We are a private business that works with both independent homeschoolers and families in public charter schools. Each of our vendors are private businesses, and we have come together under the PCLC umbrella in order to provide a comprehensive program to the homeschooling community. Many of our operations resemble a traditional school setting, but our parents are customers, and we are here to provide tools for you as you educate your own children at home. You are ultimately responsible for your child's education. There are 3 values we are known for at PCLC. The first is academic excellence. We aim to offer the best quality instruction with high academic rigor. This begins in the early elementary grades all the way through our A to G certified high school classes. Our second value is integrity. As a staff, we are committed to doing what is right, not what is always fast, convenient, or popular. Our staff is committed to maintaining a high standard of morality, and we expect our students and parents to do the same. Our third value is community, and you are part of this community. PCLC is a place to invest in and raise your family alongside like-minded friends. Parents, we aren't just the classroom teachers and administrators. We are here as part of your support system. We are available to give you encouragement and direction. For the students, we have an ASB that exists entirely for the purpose of community building. We have lunchtime activities, dances for both middle and high school students, open mic nights, family movie nights, and a whole lot more. You can see all our scheduled events on our campus calendar on our website. You can also follow us on Instagram. We anticipate a fantastic year, and we're looking forward to pursuing academic excellence, upholding integrity, and building a community with you. We share a building with a church and a preschool, so we have some guidelines that need to be followed to ensure that things run safely for everyone. The preschool is on that side. We rent this side of the building from the church. All 3 are separate entities, so please direct all your questions to the PCLC staff only. There is not likely any reason for you to go to the other areas of the building. The preschool entrance is at the opening of our parking lot. Little ones are being dropped off and picked up all day long in the driveway area as you pull in. It is absolutely vital that you drive slowly in the parking lot. We section off an area of the lot in order to provide space for our kids to run around at lunchtime and for our classes to occasionally do outside activities. Please respect the boundaries we set up with cones. If you see a cone, don't go past it. At different times of the day, we orchestrate the flow of the parking lot to make things as efficient and safe as possible. When you pull in, please pay attention to the parking signs and cones and follow the directions of our staff. Please be aware that we have installed cameras in our parking lot, and we are watching. The safety of all PCLC community members is a top priority for us, and that is why we have a multi-layered security system. The first layer of security is identification. All PCLC students must have their PCLC ID cards on them at all times they are on our campus. In addition, each student is issued an individual QR code that is scanned into our digital system in every class and for every event. The QR code system provides digital monitoring of students' locations throughout the day. ID card photos will be taken at orientation, and QR codes will be issued then as well. This code and your student's ID must be brought to every class every day. We recommend it be kept in your student's backpack when it's not around his or her neck. Teenagers, don't panic. You don't have to wear it, but you must have it ready and have access to it at the beginning of every class. If a student loses his or her ID card or the QR code or the fob, a new one will need to be purchased in order for that student to continue to take classes on our campus. In addition, parents must be easily identifiable by their PCLC-issued parent lanyards. Parents, you must put on a parent lanyard before you are allowed on campus. This allows not only our staff to know you are someone who belongs on our campus, but it also is monitored by the preschool and the church staff. This is for everyone's safety. We need a quick way to identify who is supposed to be here and who is potentially a threat. This is not optional, and we do not relax the rules as the school year progresses. Please don't be offended if we ask you about your lanyard. We know you, we love you, but the church and preschool do not. And it really is for the safety of all the kids entrusted to us. If you happen to forget your lanyard one day, don't try to sneak past us. We see you, and it gets really awkward. Just check in with the front office and get a temporary visitor pass, or purchase a new one for $5. And if you know you're a likely lanyard loser, maybe buy yourself a few extras at orientation. The second layer of security we have is our fob system. Our campus doors have been programmed with a fob, and every elementary family and every middle and high school student is issued their own key fob to allow access to the building during class days. Campus doors remain locked through the day, and only students and parents with key fobs will be able to gain access into the building when classes are in session. It is mandatory that every single middle school student and high school student have their own key fob. Fobs will be checked every time students enter the building. This goes into a database that lets us know who is in the building at any given time. If a parent or student forgets their fob, they will need to be let in by a staff member and check in at the front office. If a fob is forgotten 3 times, it will be considered lost and deactivated, and parents will be sent an invoice for a new one. Please understand this is for the safety of your kids. Our third layer of security is our camera system. We added even more cameras and upgraded our system this summer, so we are able to monitor every inch of our campus. These cameras are monitored by our front office and by our friendly campus safety guard. We want you to know that we are doing all we can to keep our community safe. Our elementary classes meet on Wednesdays, and there are a few specifics to know about how these days work. If you have elementary students, it is important to note we are not a drop-off program. Parents must be on campus during our lunch period to supervise their own children on the playground. We simply do not have the staff to supervise hundreds of children. If your students are in 2nd grade or below, you must also check them in and out of each class. Due to the size of our halls and classroom capacities, parents and siblings are not permitted to remain inside while classes are in session on Wednesdays. If your students are in 3rd grade and up, you can drop them off and they can walk to their classes by themselves. You only need to supervise your older elementary students during lunch. The preschool typically uses the playground for 45 minutes at the same time every day. For security reasons, when the preschool kids are on the playground, we are not. The gate will be closed, but as soon as the preschoolers go back in, the playground will be open to us again. The playground is designed for elementary, 5th grade and below students only. Wednesdays are for elementary students only, and any middle school or high school students who are on campus on a Wednesday must be accompanied by a parent at all times. On Wednesdays, we operate our PCLC Village Coffee Shop. This is where parents are invited to enjoy our coffee shop while their students are in classes. We offer a variety of drinks and breakfast items for sale, and all proceeds go back into our program. Please note that this area is for parents and that any children must be accompanied by a parent. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, parents do not stay on campus at all with their middle school or high school students. No adults other than fingerprinted staff members may remain on campus during the regular class day. Students must be picked up within 15 minutes of their last scheduled class. Students who are enrolled in academic classes are welcome to participate in our study hall program for up to 2 class periods a day. Study hall is provided for students who may have gaps in their scheduled classes and need a quiet place to study under the supervision of a PCLC staff member. Students not enrolled in academic classes may not utilize our study hall. Study hall is not a social hour, but a place of quiet learning. Students are expected to bring work each time they attend study hall and to maintain a library-like learning environment. Eating is not permitted during study hall, and no drinks other than water are permitted. This is not a place to watch movies, play video games, or scroll on social media. Study hall is for studying. Any student who repeatedly disregards study hall expectations will forfeit the privilege of participation. We have a full parent-student handbook where all of the campus expectations are outlined in detail, and we're sure you read the whole thing when you registered. It's always on our website, and you should review it because you signed an agreement saying you and your student will abide by what's written inside. There are some key policies we want to highlight because there are a few situations that tend to come up throughout the school year. One of the ways we uphold our academic excellence value is by requiring our students to maintain a high academic standard. Students in grades 8 to 12 must earn a minimum of 70% in all classes. Students scoring below 70% are placed on academic probation, and if their score is not raised after 3 consecutive quarters, they will need to reapply to our program. We have adjusted this policy a bit for our 6th and 7th grade students this year, and the standard for our students in grades 6 to 7 is now 60%. Any students who are on academic probation for both first semester and the first half of second semester are not eligible for priority enrollment, and they must reapply to our campus for the following school year. PCLC is a closed campus. Students are expected to remain on campus during the entirety of their scheduled class days, including during lunch, even if students drive themselves. It's a huge security and liability issue for us. All students must remain on campus during the entirety of their scheduled class days. Any students caught leaving campus will be immediately issued a disciplinary referral. It's a church policy that there can be no skateboards, scooters, skates, or any other type of wheeled device ridden on our campus during the scheduled school day. You will see that we have added an amazing skate ramp in our parking lot now. But this is designated specifically for the skateboarding classes that take place only on Mondays. It belongs to the church we rent from, and they will be opening it at specific times outside of our classes that we will be sure to share with you. There is a dress code on our campus that promotes professionalism, safety, and a distraction-free learning environment. No tank tops. This goes for both boys and girls. If it doesn't have sleeves of some sort, don't wear it here on class days, unless it's under a cardigan or a jacket. Pajamas, slippers, and workout clothes are not professional attire, so please leave sleepwear and activewear at home. And actual shoes must be worn on campus. Undergarments are not optional at PCLC, and cleavage and midriffs must be covered. Any shorts and skirts and dresses need to be mid-thigh. That means below the student's fingertips when standing. We do enforce the dress code with disciplinary referrals, and students in violation will need to call home and have a parent bring something else to wear before they will be allowed back in class. If there is any kind of policy violation of anything outlined in our handbook, any PCLC staff member may write a referral for that student. A copy will go home to parents, and that needs to be signed and returned. And if a student gets 3 referrals, we will meet with the parents and consider whether or not it's a good idea for the student to remain here, because we want to keep this a learning environment. We're a popular program, and students who don't want to comply with the policies should move on so that we can make room for those who really want to be here. PCLC is a drug, smoke, vape, and alcohol-free campus. If a student is found with any of those items or any related paraphernalia, that student will be immediately expelled, and the same goes with any illegal activity. And by expelled, we mean without any refunds, and that student will be immediately and permanently removed from our entire program. Be sure to read the handbook and to familiarize yourself with all of our other policies and procedures, because you'll be held accountable to what is written in there. Our policies and expectations are necessary for our operations, but PCLC is not just about policies. We're really about people. Our staff chooses to work here because they want to invest in young people and to come alongside homeschooling parents and support them as they educate their children. Our program is so popular because of the fantastic community of people we serve, and we sincerely hope that you will choose to intentionally invest in this community with us this year. Our orientation is just a few days away, and we're excited to see all of you in person on either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Orientation is for students to have their ID card photos taken and to get their key fobs and QR codes, and parents get their security lanyards. Then you visit each teacher and receive the Google Classroom codes for each class. On each Google Classroom, our teachers have recorded important class-specific information for you and your student to watch together. Please be sure to watch the videos for each class to ensure you and your student are set up for success before classes begin. New students must also attend one of our new student orientations with their parents. These will take place at 12:30 on all 3 orientation days. We're anticipating another wonderful year, and we can't wait to see you all in person. Thanks for watching.